Hey YouTube, Jake Gilroy here for a little more drill press vise video. What we're going to do here, you remember, I'm sure you remember if you watched my last video, that my GoPro gave up the ghost, at least the audio part. I had a ton of video that I recorded without getting audio and not knowing it. That really takes you off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play that video. I'm going to do my best to narrate through the process, the remaining process of making these jaws for the drill press vise, which have been made. It's going to involve some milling machine action, some drilling and tapping, and some of your favorite, because I know it's your favorite, some of that sweet back and forth shaper action. So, and like I said, I'm gonna do my best to narrate my way through it. It's not ideal, granted, but I didn't want to just throw the coverage or the I didn't want to throw the video out. I mean, it took some work, and it really kind of catches you back up with where we are on the drill press vise. So. First thing we're going to do is switch over to that.
What we got going on here is we're going to drill and spot the new vise jaws, the drill press vise. I've left the audio track on for this clip so you can hear what the GoPro now sounds like. One of the things I really like about a DRO is the ability to go back and forth between holes accurately, not have to worry about changing tools. So you can put in a spotter, you can spot 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 holes, then you can swap to a drill bit and you can drill all the same holes. So it reduces the number of tool changes and you don't have to worry about getting right back on to the hole so that everything turns out right. Alright, what we're going to do now here is we're going to power tap these bad boys to 1/2 by 13 using a machine style spiral flute spiral point tap. Pushes all the chips out the front. One of my favorite tap styles. Alrighty, over to the shaper to clean off these, clean the bark off these vise jaws. In this shot, this first shot here, I'm cutting the scale off using a traditional cutting oil for a lubricant, the dark cutting oil. And in the next shot, here in just a few moments, we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to try a little anchor lube on the shaper. It has been requested that I use some anchor lube on the shaper and report back, so we're going to give it a go. Alright, here we go. Got some anchor lube. we're going to try some anchor lube on the shaper. Now, one thing that is kind of nice, little sploogage, being able to put it where you want it and have it stay there is kind of nice. So, see, I can kind of lay a bead here on the back side of the workpiece, and I can just leave it there, and then it can scrape this stuff forward. It can pick up the anchor lube as it moves around. Let's see how it goes here. Pretty sure the smoke showing up here is just a little leftover oil on the cutting tool and on the workpiece. As I used, as the cut progressed, the smoke diminished until finally there was no cutting tool smoke at all, and that is one huge improvement over cutting oil. I gotta say that overall I was pleased with the anchor lube. It did sound different than using the regular cutting oil. It did sound like the tool entering the cut was a little harder. Could have just been that my tool's getting dull. Who knows? Cleaning the stuff's up pretty nice. It cleans up great with water if you don't mind getting your parts wet with water. So other than that, it kind of leaves a little skeevy green around, but it does clean up very nice. Just for a little reference here, I was cutting, I think, 20 thousandths off per side to clean up this scale. You definitely want to make sure that you're getting down below the scale into fresh metal. The scale is extremely abrasive. Wear your cutting tools out quick. Finish this up here.
I got the two jaws in the vise back to back. I've gone ahead and zeroed on my top, and I zeroed on my face. Kind of didn't go the right direction after I zeroed, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an 1/8 of an inch deep cut radially and 1/4 of an inch vertically to make a shelf in the jaws to work as basically a permanent parallel. I'm going to cut the outside of this side, then I'm going to bring the table forward, I'm going to cut the back side of that. And so we're going to do that right now. Let me get my camera set up here.
So how did you like that fish in a barrel sound? I thought I'd let you enjoy a little of that. What I'm doing right here is I'm explaining how the cool stops in the Kearney trucker work. Wow. Deep insight. Serious thoughts. Oop, what is that? Oh, hex key. Nice. What I'm pointing out is that the space in between the two edges is the distance that you're going to travel before the stops kick out. So that's only distance you actually have to worry about. Again, deep and meaningful insights, witty repartee, you name it. If the GoPro wasn't a piece of such a steaming pile, we'd have audio for all of this. What I'm pointing out here is how the stop, when you're feeding in from the outside, bypasses the feed lever, and see how it's pushing it down there with those little buttons, and it's not going to affect the feed direction. When you come up on the stop from the other side, however, where it has the little slanted faces, that is going to kick it out and stop it. Alright, what we're doing here is taking the cut down the back side, make the other parallel notch, and doing it in this setup, make sure that they are parallel to each other just about as well as you can get them.
So there you go. Maybe the first person to use anchor lube on a metal shipper. Worked pretty good. No smoke. Really nice. You know, I'm starting to wonder, cutting tool, oil, smoke can't necessarily be good for your health. So anyway, easy to apply, stays in place, no smoke. All in all, I like it a lot. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of the anchor oob when I use the shaper. The parts are finished. Here's one of them right here, bolted onto the moving jaw. There's the basically a parallel notch that we cut, and there's the finish that you get in the shaper. Really is a good finish for that type of part right there. So we're going to get back on the drill press vise here soon. Jaws are done. Time to get back to work on the moving jaw and finish this baby up and move on. So be safe in the shop, and I'll be back with you soon.